These people are challenging themselves to stay underwater for as long as possible. Some go for half a day, while others manage to spend an entire week fully submerged. What would happen to your body if you tried this challenge? Would your skin fall off? On today's challenge, we're going to find out. This is your body on spending a week underwater. In 2006, David Blaine challenged himself to be underwater for a full 7 days. He trained with the Navy SEALs to lose 23 kilograms so his body would require less oxygen. But we're dropping you into this challenge right away, with no training at all. Is this something you'll be able to handle? The moment you go underwater, you'd use less oxygen and therefore could stay submerged longer. As your heart slowed down, your blood would be diverted to essential organs that need oxygen the most, like your brain, heart, and kidneys. This shunting is called peripheral vasoconstriction. Okay, you're 30 seconds in. At this point, you would want to breathe again. You could keep holding your breath for 2 minutes if you're trained for underwater emergencies, but past that time, you'll need to be assisted by a breathing device. If you're a freediver, you'd be able to keep going for more than 10 minutes. To do so, you would have expelled carbon dioxide out of your lungs by hyperventilating. Okay, now that your body is saturated with oxygen, you'd want to avoid any activity in order to slow down your heart rate. Just stay still as much as possible. After a 5-minute exposure to water, your skin would prune, especially your fingers and toes. These aquatic wrinkles happen because of the narrowing of blood vessels in your skin. This shrinking is called digital vasoconstriction. But this is nothing you haven't experienced before. Let's keep going. If you spent these past 20 minutes without any breathing device, there's a high chance you'd experience brain damage. The steady buildup of carbon dioxide in your blood would turn it into an acidic brew. Muscle spasms and disorientation could follow, as well as a racing heart and, ultimately, death. So, to avoid all that, you'll need a scuba tank if you have any hope of finishing this challenge. Okay, now that you have some pure oxygen, you think this challenge will be easier, right? Well, I'm not that sure. After 7 hours of soaking, you could suffer from hypothermia. If the water temperature drops below 21.1 degrees, your body temperature would dip down to 35 degrees or lower. You'd start to shiver and your pulse would be weak. The cold would affect your nervous system and organs, especially your heart. You could eventually go unconscious. With no warm-up, hypothermia can lead to your entire respiratory system shutting down and your death. So, for your survival, the water temperature should be kept around 26.7 degrees. Okay, after 24 hours of underwater life, you'll notice some bubbles forming on your skin. These are known as vesicles. They develop because water becomes trapped between your outer and middle layers of skin. They will continue to form the longer you stay in the water and eventually burst. Day 3. At almost half a week underwater, your skin starts to peel away from the popped vesicles. And to make matters worse, your muscles are starting to atrophy. Your head aches and you can't think straight. How long have I been down here? Since our bodies are attuned to gravity on land, this long period of flotation can affect us psychologically. To counteract this feeling, David Blaine put himself in a state of deep relaxation when he attempted this challenge. So just relax and ignore that shark over there. Day 7. Wow, you did it! You lasted an entire week underwater! High five! Yeesh. On second thought, no thanks. Your hands and feet look pruned like raisins because the long exposure to water has narrowed your blood vessels. This causes your skin's nerve fibers to shrink. But wrinkly hands and feet are the least of your problems. The bubbles trapped in your skin are erupting, making your skin peel, and the pain is excruciating. Okay, sure, you managed to make it out of this challenge alive, but it definitely wouldn't be worth it. If you want to relax, I've heard that withstanding the cold can enhance your well-being. Want to give it a try? Okay, we'll see what that challenge brings on another episode of Your Body On.